Do you find those construction questions really challenging, really difficult? Do you wish you could just grab out your protractor and just measure the thing and get it over with? Well, for the CSEC math, you actually are required to scrap the protractor because the marks are being awarded for your method and your skill in using the compass and your ruler to construct. So I'm going to walk you through the steps that you can do to construct your common angles: 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 45 degrees, and 30-degree angles. These are the basic ones that CSEC generally asks you to construct. So those are the four that I'm going to go through, as well as I think I'll also do the perpendicular bisector, because that's another common one that you might be asked to do. Now, in terms of constructing the 60-degree angle, so you're going to draw a baseline, just draw a straight horizontal line, and you're going to mark a point on it, A. Just put a little dot along the line, maybe to the nearer to the corner of the line, and put A. So that's your point A, and this is going to be your vertex. Now you're going to take up your compass and open it out to create a radius. Now you decide what your radius will be, or if you're told what the radius should be, you measure it along your ruler to get that measurement. But just choose a radius, and you're going to place your compass point on point A. After you choose that radius that's convenient to you, so you're going to use a compass and make an arc that cuts the line away from A, and where it cuts that line, you're going to call it point B. So now we have A and B. Now we're going to mark off an equal chord on this arc. So without changing your compass width, you're going to maintain that radius. I'm going to place the compass point on point B and draw an arc above the line, right? Above the line. Now to locate the intersection, now where the new arc intersects the first arc at point C. So you're going to draw a straight line from A, remember your original A, and let it go through C, where you made that arc at C, through C, and that, my friend, will be your 60-degree angle. It's as simple as that. That's your 60-degree angle. Now let's go to the other common one, constructing your 90-degree angle, which is your perpendicular angle. It's a 90-degree angle, okay? Again, you're going to be drawing your baseline to draw a straight horizontal line. Mark your point A, put a point and call it A, right? Again, choose your nice little radius, open out your compass, choose your radius. But this time, I want you to put A kind of closer to the middle of your horizontal line, because when you open out your compass now, you're going to make two arcs, right? You're going to put it at A and draw an arc cutting the line at B, and then on the other side, the opposite side of A, you're going to cut the line again at C. So now you're going to have A in the middle, B to the right, C to the left, okay? Now to construct the perpendicular bisector of BC, remember A is in the middle there, and the 90-degree is actually the perpendicular bisector, right? So you're going to place the compass at B and choose a radius now that is more than halfway from B to C. So more than A, more than the original one that you had chosen. Open it a little wider, and you're going to draw an arc above the line. And with the same new radius, you're going to place it at C and draw another arc above the line intersecting the first point. So now you have point D. And that is the perpendicular bisect. You're going to draw a straight line from A through D. And this line is perpendicular to the baseline. It's a 90-degree angle. Okay, that's how it's done. Now for the 30-degree angle, which is half of the 60. So you can start from the 60-degree construction, just as I told you how to construct the 60-degree. You remember your vertex is at A, and the arc centered at A. So you're going to put the arc at A and cut the arms at B and C. Okay, to bisect that angle, because remember the 30 degrees will bisect the 60 degrees. So place the compass at B, put the point at B, choose a radius that's less than the distance between B and A, but more than half, but less than the total. And you're going to draw an arc inside that angle. Okay, so with that same radius, place the compass point on C and draw another arc inside the angle, and where those two arcs intersect at point E, that is going to be your bisect, and you're going to draw a straight line from A through E. So this line bisects the 60-degree angle, so each smaller angle is 30 degrees. For the 45-degree angle, remember that bisects the 90-degree angle. So start with your 90-degree construction as I explained earlier. So you have the vertex at A, and you're gonna make an arc. So put it at A and cut the arms at B on the baseline and D on the perpendicular. So to bisect that angle, because the 45-degree bisects the 90, so place the compass again on B, choose a radius that is less than the distance from B to A, but more than half, right? And then draw an arc inside the angle, just like what we did for the 30-degree. So with the same radius, place the compass point on D, which is your new point, draw another arc inside the angle, and this will bisect. And of course, you're going to draw a line from that D to back to the original point A, and that will give you your 45-degree angle. So you might be asked to draw the perpendicular bisector of a line segment. Remember, a bisector cuts something in two equal parts. It bisects it, right? So draw your segment A and B, A to B, and this is going to be the line that you want to bisect. If they give you the actual measurement for the line, put your compass on the ruler to make sure you get the exact measurement. Or actually just use the ruler to draw the line according to the measurement. And you're going to set your radius, open the compass to more than half the length of AB. This is important because if it's too small, the arcs will not intersect. So more than half, place your compass point at A, draw an arc above the line, and without changing the radius, draw an arc below the line. Okay, below the line. And now you're going to place the compass point on B, draw an arc above the line to intersect the first arc, and below the line to intersect the lower arc. The arcs intersect at 2 points, and we can call them C and D if you want. You're going to draw a line from C to D, and this will be your perpendicular bisector. Okay, so the line from C to D cuts AB exactly in half, and it also forms 90-degree angles with AB. Therefore, it is a perpendicular bisector, right? That's what we mean by perpendicular bisector. Now, other aspects of the construction, things that you need to know when they're referring to the locus, right? The locus is a set of points that are equidistant or the same distance from a particular point. The circle is a wonderful example of loci of points because every point on the circumference of the circle is equidistant, equal distance from the center, right? If for lines that have equidistance between them, those lines are parallel. Those are parallel lines. Perpendicular lines meet at right angle, and the perpendicular bisector, as mentioned before, will cut that line into two equal parts. Now, a common error that CSEC students make with the construction questions is to take out their protractor and do the actual measurement. CSEC is not marking for this. For the construction questions, the protractor is not to be used. They want you to show your skill in using the compass and the ruler. I think the question actually says without the use of a protractor or using only your compass and a ruler. So you have to know the steps that I told you earlier. Draw your arcs. They need to see the arcs. They need to see the construction marks. You get your points for those kind of things, right? For the constructing triangles, again, just remember the rules of constructing angles. They typically will give you the common angles or angles that can be bisected from the common angles. So just remember that, and remember to label any shape that you or line that you're asked to draw. Remember to put in your label A, B, C, D, or whatever it is. Also remember to eliminate any questions that are just not possible. So if they ask which can be constructed with compass only, and there's an option of 20 degrees, you'll cross that out. Because typically for the compass only constructions, we use the regular angles, the general angles that can be bisected. So 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, or any variation of those that can be bisected to get the other one. Remember to put in your scale, and if you are given a scale, you should be able to convert. So 1 centimeter to 5 meters is the same as saying for every 4 centimeters there is 20 meters. Just scale up or down according to what you're being asked. For the bearing questions, remember we measure bearings from north clockwise, and bearings are given in 3 digits. So for 45 degrees, you would not write 45 degrees. You would put 045 degrees. It must be 3 digits. And yeah, I guess that's it for the construction. I think those are the main points for the construction. Remember, if you want to get tips on the other topics in the CSEC Math Paper 1, I have a video on every single topic and tips and tricks that you can use, shortcuts to master the Paper 1. So go and check out those videos as well.